G'day guys, I hope you're all going well. I've hijacked Marty's DeLorean, so we'll be taking a trip back in time today, back to 1999. Thought something surrounding all the hype with the episode 1 being released in the cinemas next month in 3D. Thought I'd take a trip back to, like I said, 1999, to when it was first released. This is probably when figures really started to hit for me. I was there for all the Power of the Force stuff, and that's pretty much what started me off back in the mid-90s. As a kid, let me think, I was probably around about 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old when that all started. So when 1999 came along, I was about 11 or 12 years old. 11. Yeah, I was 11. Alright, I was 11. I'll stop saying 11 and let's start talking about 99. So I thought I'd review this set that I got back in 1999. It was released in 98, just before the movie came out. And a lot of you will be familiar with this style of packaging from 1999. So it's a set called Watto's Box. It includes 3 figures. Apparently this is a pretty difficult set to track down now, so I'm glad I have kept hold of it for all these years. So there's this nice image of Darth Maul down there. It's got the logo, and there's Star Wars Episode 1. It's all the sort of same stuff all around. Top, bottom, yada yada yada. And here is the scene in which it was taken from, as they are watching the pod race. So you can pause that and have a read. There's some other figures that were in the line there. And we had the Comtech chip reader. So it was quite an exciting time for me, and I remember vaguely paying about $25 for this set back in the day, half my life ago, over half my life ago. Here is what you get. It has the sort of stand with the seats on it, and it has the cardboard cutout, which was, you just cut it out, and I've just dropped one of the figures off. Sort of display, it's obviously like a rendered image of the scene, basically Watto's box. It's just a cardboard that you just cut out and around the corners, and it slots into the stand like that. It comes with these 3 figures, whose name are obviously Watto. We all know Watto. Graxol Kelvyyn, I believe it's pronounced, and a slave girl called Shakka, or Shakka, S-H-A-K-K-A. I'll sort of give you a quick look. Here's Watto. You've all seen a Watto figure. I believe this is the same Watto that was released singularly in the Phantom Menace line. It does have a little thing there. I'm not sure what that is, but that actually, I don't think I've taken that out of his hand since I've set everything up again. I was about to say since 1999, but obviously I've managed to hold on to it. So, and there was a few years there where I packed everything away, so they stayed pretty well hidden for quite a while. It's not a bad figure. He's got the swivel head there. It's nicely detailed. He's got swivel arms, sort of swivel sideways legs, but he's got peg holes so he can sit on his chair, which has peg holes on it too. They're a really nicely detailed figure. I'd like to see an upgraded Watto. I reckon that would be really cool. It'd be interesting to see what they can do with him these days. Well, I don't see it varying too much, because so he's a pretty cool looking, conniving little character. So then we go to the slave girl, Shakka. I'm sorry about the light. She's appearing on screen a lot more orange than she is. That's just because of the there we go. Hope that's bright enough. The Twi'lek slave girl. It's not a bad figure. Not overly amazing detail wise. seems to be made of pretty generic parts. She's just got the swivel head and a swivel waist, swivel shoulders, and swivel hips and knees so she can sit in a chair. And there's a fly hanging around my head and I don't like it. That's not a bad figure. Now we go on to Graxol Kelvyyn, I believe it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure on that. This is probably the tallest figure in my collection, and I believe it is the tallest figure that has been released. If we stand him up next to her, who's a reasonably average sized figure, he's literally twice the size, so this is pretty cool. His articulation is basically swivels at the shoulders, and he has swivels at the elbows. You can sort of see that, I suppose. And he has a swivel joint there. I'll just try and lift this up. Don't worry, there's nothing underneath that you don't want to see. So it basically just does that. And he sits. But it's not overly detailed. The head sculpt is definitely the standout part of this figure. It's definitely a cool addition to have in the background of any sort of, I don't know, I guess episode 1 scene, or if you're setting up an episode 1 Tatooine style scene, very cool to have sitting in the background. And for $19.99 he's got some cool details, cool sculpt work on the head. He's a very interesting looking character. Like I said, here's the stand. There's Watto's seat, and he's got a peg hole there so he can sit on it. And there's Graxol's very big chair, and there's the slave girl's chair there. So there's peg holes there so they can sit in place without toppling over all the time. She's quite a difficult figure to have sit there because her legs bend a funny way, but and there's only one foot has a peg hole, so I just sort of share with you this set, which I've had for quite a long time now. Probably one of my oldest items in my collection, apart from my Power of the Force stuff. Still got quite a lot of my episode 1 stuff from 1999 when the movie came out, so sort of share with you this item. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at that. And if you've got one, you'll probably know that it's a great set to have. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back with another video very soon. And until then, thank you for watching. I'll catch you all very soon. Ciao.